On this week's episode of Good For You,
Friends don't let friends.
rub Crisco on their face.
Or do they?
Or maybe they do.
Don't slug alone. Hello and welcome to
Good For You.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Good For You is a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, and the best products, services, and industry happenings in the wellness, well-being, and spiritual space. We're going to give you a healthy little dose of fun. We're going to talk about the things that are happening in pop culture, the ones that got away, the things in our cart that are haunting us or ghosting us, our strong opinions.
that are loosely held. We like to call this the Grext.
The group text.
The group text in your ear. So come say hello. Join us in the audio Grext, where friends don't let friends
Get scammed. Hi, Wallace. Are we recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. We're here.
In the studio.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it. We have no drinks.
No, I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe I'll leave early, go to Erewhon, get like 10 drinks.
Never
and I
mind.
did not even get one. I got 0.
I also thought about it. And then,
I want to like buy some drinks in bulk.
you know what we could do? Is we could test out like a package from one of the many online boutique non-alcoholic stores.
Oh.
Because a lot of the stores have these like sample packs.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I was thinking we need to do something where we have like weeks.
Let's do
On
that.
end.
That's kind of a review of a product as well as a drink review.
Exactly.
I like that.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I'm down.
TBD. Speaking of beverages,
Beverage girly.
there was a headline about nut milks in the news. Nut milks have been approved by the FDA to keep the word milk in the title.
The milk moniker remains.
It is A-OK.
Because you used to have to say like nut beverage, right? Almond beverage instead of like almond milk.
Well, they never had to. So basically in 2017, a group of bipartisan milk people,
Okay, big milk.
Big
You
milk.
can just say big milk.
Big Milk, went to the FDA and was like, hey, guess what? People are getting really confused with all of these milk labels. We need you to enforce that milk is a specific product.
Where people like, wait, where are the nipples on an almond? I just don't know.
No, so they say FDA regulations define milk as a lacteal secretion obtained by milking one or more healthy cows. Proposed legislation from blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to mention you. No, actually a Democrat of Wisconsin.
Whoa. Oh, well, Wisconsin cheese?
Exactly. Known for
Big
cheese.
milk connected to pig milk. It goes all the way to the top.
Exactly. Their bill, this was a bill that they put up in 2017, wanted to target milk, yogurt, and cheese products that do not contain milk from hooved mammals.
This is giving kosher. Like,
Yeah. Yes. That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
Anyway, so finally the FDA came back and was like, you know what? Nah.
Throw it out.
Yeah.
Big Almond came in and was like, listen,
Listen.
FDA.
Here. Yeah.
we can just throw you some cash.
It is interesting because they basically created an advisory, so it's not written into law, but apparently when there's an advisory, everyone follows it because it's as if it might as well be. That in an effort to end this battle between big dairy and plant-based upstarts, they now have to acknowledge the nutritional differences,
Oh.
which also doesn't make sense.
Okay, so is milk going to lean into like calcium and
Yes.
nut milk is going to be like there's a ton of sugar in milk?
They will never.
Do you think they're going to do smear campaigns against each other, or do you think they're going to just like promote the positives of their own brands? Because if I was Big Milk, I'd be like, let's get on the rapeseed that's in oat milk.
Right, right.
Come on, guys.
I guess it could get really dark and tricky real fast if
get bad.
everyone went down that path.
Consumers are just like pouring water into their cereal because all milk's too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, what I loved is there was a New York Times article kind of announcing this. And the first paragraph, one of my favorite notes in this article is that it seems satirical. In an effort to end a long-running battle between powerful dairy industry and plant-based upstarts that have been changing the way Americans consume cereal and flavor their coffee.
Boom.
Flavor their coffee. I was like, that's That's a LOL. So not much has changed other than Big Dairy didn't win, basically. They won a little bit, but not fully.
I think that's probably a step in the right direction. But also, I don't know if they should be so worried because personally, I always have dairy in my fridge as well as a nut-based milk, a plant-based milk.
Yeah, I don't know. I just love that their argument is that consumers will be confused.
That's stupid. Do you think we are?
Yeah, so insulting. That's just a little beverage update.
Wow. And you recently had a pistachio latte. Pistachio. I did too.
I liked it.
I saw 2 of the same type of pistachio lattes at very different large coffee chains. And I think that it was like a paid by pistachio, pay to play situation.
Definitely. That makes sense.
Pistachio incoming. You're going to hear a lot about it. It's Tash, right? The new oat milk.
Yeah. I don't feel good about that, just knowing how expensive and difficult it is to extract pistachios.
Yeah. Do they have to have a person shell them?
I'm assuming so.
With small little fingers. It hurts.
Yeah. You can cut yourself on those shells.
And you don't even get to eat them.
Again, not a big nut girly over here. But
Not November. Never forget.
Never forget. But I always think about how hard it is to obtain. Like if we were to go and forage.
Cashews are poisonous.
Cashews. Exactly. Cashews. If you were to be asked to go and forage a handful of cashews or pistachios.
Take all day.
Yeah. And so I just, again, back to the Brazil nuts. If you've ever tried to eat more than 2, you know that you're not meant to.
You're not meant to. They always make me nauseous.
I can't do them. Yeah.
I tried sesame milk. Did I tell you?
Oh, I had a phase of making it all the time.
With tahini.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy.
It was delish.
Yeah, well, the sesame milk I tried was disgusting. It was like kind of bitter.
Yes, it needs to be sweetened. Yes. Especially with dates. Okay.
Anyways, moving on.
What the fuck is everyone doing with their
almond beverage?
What the fuck is everyone doing with their
cashew milk?
Are you keeping them?
What's happening?
We got an email this week.
Yes.
We're circling back because a few months ago we talked about Peoplehood, the new entity co-founded by the former SoulCycle co-founders. And we got news. It's open. They're ready for business. They're ready to connect and gather with you. And there are 2 different types of ways to gather. You can gather and do the work solo, Peoplehood, or you can gather and do the work with a partner, Couplehood. We don't really know what that means, but that is what it says.
I would like to know what it means. I thought about signing up, Josh and I.
So that's what I didn't get. I didn't understand if like Couplehood was with a stranger, because I kind of think it's with a stranger.
No. I don't think so, because when I was signing up my profile to try and...
Oh, you went?
Yeah, I made a profile.
Oh, hell yeah.
I tried to sign up. I just couldn't find a time that worked this week, and then I was like, we'll see. But it says if you choose, you have some options to choose what you want to work on and what you're interested in. And so I chose... I'm one of those people who always choose like 5 out of 6.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, everything's wrong with me.
Yeah. I'm like, obviously I want to know all of your offerings. Right. But when you choose couple, they say, what's your partner's name?
Oh, okay.
What's their email?
Oh, okay. That's such a passive-aggressive way of telling your partner that you...
Yeah, exactly. Signed you up, babe. See you there.
They just get a confirmation in their email inbox.
What is this? Group couples therapy?
Yeah, seriously. Let's really air out our dirty laundry. Although I will say, the studio looks great. It looks like a SoulCycle. It's on West 17th Street, so it's in Chelsea.
It does look very pretty.
It's cute.
So they've got a seat around. I don't know how much.
Probably a lot if they've got a space flagship store that they're renting
for a few $1 million.
Seriously, and they have a coffee shop inside of it.
Usually, you know what's crazy to me sometimes about the rent of these startups and tech companies? Let's say the company buys the building, that becomes part of the equity of the company.
That's like the only reason we work. Yeah, seriously.
Maybe that's an obvious thing, but I just think it's so backwards.
It is so stupid.
So dumb. This company's failing, but we have $2 million in real estate.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the Peoplehood, we're going to try.
Yes.
Obviously, we're going to try it. But it made me think about ClassPass because ClassPass is now available. Or it made me think of SoulCycle because SoulCycle is available on ClassPass. And SoulCycle has just like really been in this death spiral for a while. It seems like they closed a quarter of their studios last year.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
SoulCycle being on ClassPass kind of like represents a big shift because it was one of the holdouts along with Barry's Bootcamp too. Like, we're not going to cheapen our brand and be on ClassPass and give you discounted classes. Like, these classes are $35 and you have to rent the shoes. You know, like
it's like the TJ Maxx when your brand starts showing up in the racks.
Right.
TJ Maxx.
Like Glossier.
And Outdoor Voices.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But I kind of just like, is boutique fitness okay?
I don't know how it can be. It's so unaffordable.
It's so unaffordable, but like,
how
it seems like everyone is on ClassPass.
Yeah.
Like everyone is booking through ClassPass.
Yeah.
And not like necessarily signing up to pay full price.
Are they just barely making it?
So I know a little bit about this because I like opened a studio.
Yeah.
And you barely like cover everything. Yeah. Really. And you're not like paying instructors very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard. Like,
yeah.
Especially if you're renting in an expensive space like New York or LA.
Yeah.
And it's like a tough business. You have to have so many classes a day. You have to have so many people filled up in the class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like studios aren't going out of business, but they are really relying on ClassPass to stay in business.
Yeah. And especially because for a lot of these studios, there isn't much marketing other than ClassPass. So it's a discovery opportunity for them.
I think a lot of people who start fitness studios are non-traditional business owners. Mm-hmm. And so they don't really have like a marketing strategy necessarily other than word of mouth or Instagram, you know? Yeah. And ClassPass.
Models.
Yeah. To your point, like ClassPass is how I discover tons of things other than driving past it.
Yeah. Oof.
I also think that boutique fitness was so based on New York and LA, just in those two places, especially like specifically in New York. And I think that people are kind of tired of that, especially now that they can like get access to tons of classes online.
Well, ClassPass also has their online platform.
Right. Well, in 2022, ClassPass saw a 95% increase in in-person fitness reservations from 2021. I think people are going back.
Definitely.
If they can, if they have access.
Yeah, I think that's something where we thought maybe they wouldn't. I think now the most common thing I've seen is a hybrid. Mm-hmm. So you do a few workouts at home or at a less expensive gym, but then you go to your faves on ClassPass.
Do you think people are working out less?
Maybe. I don't know.
New York Magazine had an amazing cover this week on Ozempic, the weight loss drug that it seems like every influencer and every celebrity is on. Like, it's crazy.
So scary.
It's been in the news a lot. And I kind of wonder, like, are people just they're easing off workouts because they can take Ozempic and lose weight and like working out to, feel good, but not in the same way to like maintain a body shape that you might need to like work out, feel like you have to work out every single day. Mm-hmm.
That's what I wonder. I think also too with the return to in office, I do think people are working out probably a bit less.
That makes sense.
Because you're walking less. You could be stationary at home, but you still have the option to plan your day a little bit more, fit that in.
Yeah.
It's so much harder when you're trying to go just be in office.
Showering at a fitness studio and then going to work. That's the worst.
Or even just trying to bring all your stuff to a gym, like organizing
bag lady.
that. But more people are wearing fitness trackers. That's so common now.
I'm wearing my Oura ring right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really use it for I use it for my steps, especially when I got it when I was pregnant and I was using it for steps. But I use it a lot for sleep. Mostly sleep and my heart rate, and it tells me like when I'm stressed. It can track my period when I get that back again. Well, let us know, ghouls.
This is just a hunch.
Yeah.
An inkling.
And sometimes Wallace and I, we're two mind meld. We're like doing the same thing.
We're like, we're on to something.
We're like, no one's working out. It's just because we're not working out, as much as we normally do. Okay, well, Wallace is probably working out more.
No, I'm not.
How often do you work out?
I really am not good at working out when I travel.
Oh, same.
So
it's a wash.
I would say if I'm in a good routine, like 3 times a week at home, but I would like to do 4 and 5.
Wow. Yeah, I'm like 2 or 3.
But that's more because I just have like hyperactive energy that I used to get at.
You just like get off a Zoom call and do some like burpees.
Honestly, I should. But yeah, let us know. Are you going back? Are you doing hybrid? I think most people are doing hybrid. I'd be curious to find out more.
If you feel passionately about this, send us a voice memo.
Yes.
Send us a voice note. We'll play it on pod.
Or let us know at Good For You Pod on IG.
Yep.
Right to us.
Anyways. Going back to SoulCycle being available on ClassPass and basically all boutique fitness sort of being available for the masses. Who's it good for? Good for you.
Good for you? Good for who?
Good for you?
I think it's good for ClassPass users in a high density area that has access. to a lower credit boutique class.
It's really interesting to see the life cycle of a brand. Sort of like as we've come of age, SoulCycle has hit peak where every celebrity was doing it, and now it's like on the downswing.
It's true.
And that's fascinating.
Well, I think it'll be an interesting year to see what happens.
Let's see if Peoplehood is the new SoulCycle.
Oh, we gotta check it
We'll
out.
update you guys.
You gotta come to New York.
Great.
Research.
Speaking of New York, you had a birthday recently.
I did. And I had a very lovely gift by the team to go to the well.
I am so curious.
Yes.
Oh, this is our Sexy Unique scam.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
Maybe it's a scam, maybe it's not. But I'd heard a lot of things about the well being not in New York. And I think it had initially been sort of like a co-working space /
Really?
fitness wellness space. It was a membership spot. I think they had a cafe. They opened right before the pandemic. Then the pandemic happened and it sort of floundered.
I had heard of it. I feel like way back in the day, it kind of fell off my radar. And then we were talking about it, I think because we were talking about Othership and all of these kind of new, I don't know what you would call them. They're like a mix between biohacking and like spa, not fitness. They're really like spas mostly. But in New York, there are some that are opening up that have IV drips and things like that. That's not become super common, but it's definitely on the rise. So the well was one that we were both curious about. They have a location in Miami, Connecticut, Costa Rica, and Cabo, which honestly makes a lot of sense, all those locations.
Yeah.
So I think most of them have like a healthy cafe / restaurant. Then they have a store. They have a boutique in the front. And then they have kind of a spa with services that you can go to also, which is crazy. They're trying to do a lot.
It was really confusing. Like just navigating the website, like what do they do here? Are there only classes? Are there treatments? Are they in the same place? If you go to a class, can you use the treatment rooms? It was confusing. So what was it like when you walked in?
So it's near Union Square, the one that I went to in New York. I went at night, so I didn't get the whole like white wellness treatment. It was.
You mean white as in like the whole space is white?
I mean inside and out.
White in all the ways.
White on white. But it was nicely lit. The cafe was closed, so I went for a facial at 7:30 at night. Well, because you're just
relaxed you so you can go to bed.
What else are you supposed to do? I feel like after a facial, they're like, don't go outside.
Don't be exposed to the elements. Don't talk to anyone. Don't kiss anyone. Don't touch your face.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't eat. Do not lay your head on your dirty ass pillow. That's for sure.
Exactly. Don't wash your face, but also wash off all the pollution. Don't let the sun kiss your skin. I'm always so paranoid. I'm like, okay, I have to just go to bed.
Right. I need to wear a balaclava on my way there and back and then go to bed.
Yeah. So I was like 7:30 is the only time one can go.
It's actually pretty smart. I like a late night massage too.
Exactly.
So now it has like 9 p.m. massages.
Yeah, and then you just roll into bed.
Yeah.
So I showed up. It was evening. It was nice. People were very nice. Good vibe, but I wouldn't say anything out of the ordinary. It's very pricey.
It's not cheap. It's not a cheap place.
I know there are expensive facials, but their minimum was $225. Yeah.
Whoa.
For a facial.
That's a lot.
That's the lowest price they had.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so you also always, it's so hard to just be like, yeah, I don't want any of the other things.
Right.
Because basically,
no, I don't want you to massage my head. Of course, I don't want the hot stone on my third eye. Like,
well, then you end up feeling like, what is this? Just like a face mask?
Right. What'd you do? Just like do your little magic fingers on my
just,
face?
Like, tap my forehead.
Did you wash my face with a washcloth and then leave for 10 minutes while you?
Yeah, you're like, I'm here. I might as well get the $95 add-on.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a good facial. I like my woman. The products are all biologique recherche, so that's part of it.
Wait, that's not organic.
Nope.
Wow, interesting. Interesting choice.
So I left there much poorer, but it was a nice experience, but I don't think I would go back
because it was
on my own. It was a good facial. Did it change my life? No. I thought I was going to get like an energy healing or something.
I thought I was going to get a goodie bag to go home with, like something.
Welcome, valued customer.
So they raised a Series A in 2019. Then they had debt financing in 2020 and another venture round in 2021.
How did they raise a venture round in 2021?
They must be doing something right with all these locations, right? I don't know.
Right.
It's such a specific elite experience. There's just not much that entices me to go back. I think that's the problem with a lot of these studios that are similar to this. They all look the same. They all kind of feel the same. You're like, I don't know. Is it Clean Market or The Well? I'm not sure.
You know what's really interesting is their Bay Harbor, Miami, is actually a residence. So it's
the WeWork model.
Yeah. It's a place where you can live and play in complete wellness.
You never leave. It's a cult. Watch out.
And there's 54 condos in this building. That's the Well building. Wow. That must be what they raised the round for.
Yeah.
I bet you that's what they're like focusing on doing.
Okay. Interesting. So slightly related, unrelated. I know two people who have looked at this new building in Greenpoint in New York, and it is like this in the sense of they have a beautiful co-working space, an amazing gym. The spaces are nice and it's expensive, but they're really selling you on the amenities. That seems to be the play.
That is so interesting. The other thing that's coming up a lot more is communal living spaces. There's a like particular brand that's actually by Second Home, and they just opened.
Oh, right.
It's co-living apartments, and they have cleaning services. It comes fully furnished. It has a kitchen.
It's a dorm.
Basically, yeah, it's kind of a dorm.
So if you're looking for that type of place, and then you're in Miami and you're someone who wants, let's say, fitness classes, but I want a spa in my building, you got the extra cash.
And probably like you want to be surrounded with a certain type of person. Going back to our, what we were talking about with boutique fitness, part of the allure of that was only a specific type of person could go to a SoulCycle class. When it first got started, it was like a Tribeca mom, right? Or a Tracy Anderson class or whatever, like an echelon of human who does certain things. It's extremely classist, if you think about it for a second, you know?
And now, in a way, it feels like that's pivoting to, for example, Remedy Place. It's like that's the new boutique thing.
Yes. Membership clubs. And
but like beauty / biohacking membership clubs.
Another example is HEMAT here in LA. You're totally right. That's what the new membership club is. It's like co-working, but mostly like
optimizing.
Yeah.
You get your sauna, you get your cold plunge, you could do some IV
workout
drips.
classes, you know, but that's not the main focus.
But you can work also.
To the point that we kind of were talking about, I don't think that's the main draw for people. It's like workout classes.
No.
I might take one if it's at the same time that I'm like there. I'm not going for that.
No, I think the draw is, I can get a lymphatic massage after my sauna session and hang out with people at the same time.
And I can do my Zoom call.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, speaking of which, we got booted from Remedy.
So Remedy Place is a mostly members location in West Hollywood where they have saunas, private saunas, and a big sauna that holds 4 people. They have ice baths and plunge pools. They have lymphatic drainage massages. They have oxygen
hyperbaric chambers.
Yeah. And if you're a member, you get priority. If you're not a member, you pay more and you don't get priority. So we tried to book last week and we got booted for some members who wanted our time.
You know, that could turn some people off. Unfortunately, we still want to know.
Unfortunately, not us.
Yeah.
But I want to keep my finger on the pulse of this.
Yes.
But for you, do you think it's a scam or are you like into, let's say specifically the Well?
I don't think it's a scam. I think it's just mad expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know about really a scam. I'm like, if you have that extra money to burn, I don't know that I would personally spend it on that. I think I would be more inclined to spend it on something. Let's say if, you know, someone's like, well, I get a facial a month, so I might as well be a member at the Well because I'm getting one facial a month anyway, so this discounts the price for me. I am much more susceptible to wanting a membership where I could have like a sauna, cold bath experience.
I'm dying for that membership too.
What do you think? Do you want to try it?
The Well?
Yeah.
Not particularly after you've described it.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you want to go?
I think that like this all white sort of aesthetic and kind of what they're selling is, it feels super dated to me and it's like not that interesting and not that sexy.
Yeah.
I get what they're trying to do, but I feel like they kind of got caught in 2019 and like the world is different.
It's like people who drink athletic greens probably go there. That's the archetype.
Way to dunk on athletic greens.
I don't know. I have to stay on brand of hating them and thinking they're ridiculous.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a maybe status symbol too. You know, like if you're a member there, just because it is kind of exorbitantly expensive without being anything special.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out. Maybe it is just super special once you're a member, but
nah, I'd say pass.
All right. But I do want to try all these other. I want to see these other spas. Yeah. See what the deal is.
Well, Othership. Speaking of other spas, Othership is opening in New York.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I know. I thought it was supposed to open, but Venice is another town away,
another country. Could basically New York, honestly.
Truly. That's how often people go. If you live on the east side.
Yeah. And then I always come back to I could just do this at my house. I could just get in a hot shower and then turn on the cold water.
Yeah, but I do think it's experiential. So I'm watching the sauna culture space.
We're bullish on saunas.
Yes. Which, again, you could do at home, but I think it really is about the communal experience.
I think you're right. Yeah. And I think, again, that's why boutique fitness is failing.
Yeah.
Because you can't talk to your friends.
You can't really even go with your friends. Because everyone's on a different program.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. Do you have a haunted cart this week?
Haunted cart. Well, I did just buy this expensive little Tatcha Harper moisturizer. I'm, I guess, not haunted by it. You have a haunted cart. Go ahead.
I've been thinking a lot about NAD, the supplement.
Oh, did I send you that thing? Yes.
Yeah. But I've been thinking about it separately. Oh. What got you into NAD?
My friend who watches the Kardashians.
Oh.
I don't.
It was on the Kardashians?
They're obsessed with NAD.
Really?
Yeah. All the celebrities, Hailey Bieber, they're always having IV drip parties where they're all taking, I thought it was NAD, but I like NAD. And it's the youth elixir, the youth serum. And all the celebrities are obsessed.
Wow. I had no idea that celebrities were extremely into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's supposed to help with energy, muscle strength, and performance.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like a antioxidant.
Improves cognitive function, reduces cholesterol. It's supposed to be great for you.
Miracle drug.
But exactly. I kind of am on like a supplement hiatus because I'm just I have so many.
Yeah, you're all on the super.
Yeah, I'm on the supers. I'm feeling good on the supers. Like, why mess with a good thing? But this weekend I was at my parents' house and I opened up my mom's pantry and she has like 400 supplements.
Oh my gosh, did it smell like supplements?
No, it smells like tea because she has a lot of tea too.
Oh, that's good. I hate when you smell the smell of supplements.
Yeah, like vitamin B.
Oh, and you're like,
so
I'm
gross.
gonna vomit.
But I was like, this is a thing of beauty, first of all. Second, I come by it naturally. Like,
you're like, all right, I
in my blood.
Myself. Yeah. Did your mom growing up give you supplements or recommend them, or did you just like watch her?
I feel like we took like vitamin C.
Yeah.
Magnesium. We were a big magnesium family early.
Oh.
Yep. Huh. Miracle of Magnesium. It's my mom's favorite supplement, I think. And honestly, it's a standout.
What did she say when you guys took it as a kid?
Like, she was like, it helps you poop.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's good for your digestion, helps you sleep.
Smart.
She's not wrong.
Nope.
And then a multivitamin we always took. I took a calcium supplement for a really long time too.
Smart.
Yeah. But she takes them all. She looks great.
Is she on the NAD?
I think she might be. I'd have to ask her.
Chris, what are you on?
Crispy. What's working for you these days?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's like in my cart. I don't know if I'm going to buy it.
It's pretty pricey, no?
It's yeah. And I'm like, am I going to buy this and then forget about it?
Yeah. I also wonder how long it'll take for the price of that to come down and there be some more competition there.
Just wish Amanda Chantel Bacon would put some NAD into.
Maybe she will.
Can she formulate it for us, please?
Yes.
And the other thing in my cart is not actually though, is FutureWise, the slugging brand.
Oh, there's a whole brand for slugging.
And it's by the same people. It's by Julie Schott, who has done Starface, and Julie, the morning after pill that's rebranded. And plus the little scrubbing sheet of
she's done all of them?
Yeah, she's the branding genius behind it. So,
I think it's interesting that like these kind of one-off, like very singular product focused companies
that aren't like trying to be Glossier, like a gigantic business. Like they're big businesses, but they're not trying to have 100 SKUs.
Right.
They like do one thing really well, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. FutureWise apparently is amazing. It's a slugging routine. The branding's super cute. They launched, I think, a couple weeks ago, or maybe. But when I look at it, I'm like, you know what? I really need this stuff.
Do we want all this petroleum jelly on all of our surfaces? I do question this.
What, that petroleum jelly is bad, or that's going to mess up your sheets?
Yeah. Just, do we need all of that glycerin all the time?
I don't know.
Maybe it's not bad.
Glycerin is water-based.
Sorry, not glycerin. What's the ingredient that is the clogging?
Slug bomb. It's hydrogenated vegetable oil. What? This is hilarious. By adding hydrogen to vegetable oil to make it a solid, it's used to increase viscosity and it's an emollient. It retains moisture. So Crisco.
Yeah, Crisco on the face. I mean, it does lock stuff in because you are literally blocking anything.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is hilarious. It says plant-based oils. That's how they're marketing it. Plant-based oils provide both occlusive and moisturizing benefits, sealing and hydration as they melt into skin.
Wow.
I love marketing.
Do you know how Crisco was invented?
No, how?
It was a byproduct.
I love the accidental discovery of this works for one thing.
It was from cottonseed oil. They had all of this vegetable oil left over from cotton seeds. And it was essentially like, okay, what do we do with this? How can we make this into a product? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So they realized they're like, we can fry things with this. You can use it in baking.
We can eat this.
Yeah.
Wait, let's just eat it. Like, why not?
Why not? Up our
what
chances.
What could happen?
Heart disease.
Right. What bad could happen?
Yeah.
I'm now like, wait, is this a sexy unique scam? that
Crisco.
That slug bomb is basically it's hydrogenated vegetable oil.
Trans fats for the face. Market it more directly.
It's interesting how transparent this website is because it tells you the ingredients and you click on each ingredient and it tells you why it's in the formula.
That's cool.
And also it talks about the recycling and how the packaging was made. Like it says this jar is 30% post-consumer recycled plastic.
Huh.
Yeah.
Transparency.
Yeah. Transparency. Thanks for letting us know about the Crisco and the slug bomb. That's the dupe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah. Coconut oil, Crisco.
Why not?
Just put it on there.
Just try it. Just try anything that's a little goopy. Just rub it on your face. Just see what happens.
Well, you've got a good haunted car. I would say we maybe ghostbusted it.
We ghostbusted our carts.
Yeah.
Well, were we funny at all this week?
Hopefully. Okay, guys.
Well, have a great summer.
Don't change.
Or do.
Bye. Good For You is produced by Wallace Miller Blanchard. Our theme song is by Parallel Dance Ensemble, and our wonderful editing is done by Softer Sound Studio, who you can find more information about at the link in our show notes.